Hi! I know that I know nothing. It is Socratic ignorance. This is a famous quote from Socrates. It tells us what true knowledge is. It is also a kind of paradox. The moment you say you know, you become a fool. And the moment you say you don't know, you become a wise person. By the way, Socratic ignorance was actually based on the historical events and realization of mathematics. Mathematics gave birth to the Socratic ignorance. Let's math travel. Socrates was an ancient Greek philosopher active in the 5th century BC. He was famous for the Socratic method. He made other people realize their ignorance through conversation. So Socrates said, "Know yourself." Yes, sir. How did Socrates get Socratic ignorance? The book, The Apology of Socrates, explains the process. This is the shaman of Delphi. She said to Socrates, "No one is wiser than Socrates." Really? Socrates was puzzled by the shaman's words. Then he tried to find someone wiser than himself and refuted the shaman's words. He visited and talked to the people who were considered wise men of that time. They thought that they knew things like beauty and goodness without knowing. But he knew that he didn't know. He realized that he really might be the wisest person in that respect. That is how Socratic ignorance emerged. However, this Socratic ignorance was already clearly known before Socrates. Mathematics proved it. The main character was the Pythagorean School. Although not exact, Pythagoras was born in 570 BC and died in 495 BC. Socrates was born in 470 BC, so Pythagoras was about 100 years ahead. He formed the Pythagorean School and studied collectively. The Pythagorean School's greatest achievement is the proof of the Pythagorean Theorem. This theorem was the foundation of Socratic ignorance. The Pythagorean Theorem deals with right triangle. The sum of the squares of the two sides A and B that are not the hypotenuse is equal to the squares of the length C of the hypotenuse. Consider the case where A and B are 1. The square of C is 2. That is, C is square root 2. The numbers the Greeks used at the time were positive fractions or positive rational numbers. All number was expressed as natural number and its ratio. Therefore, square root 2 did not exist in the contemporary number system. The Pythagoreans realized that there were numbers that existed, but they didn't know yet. So numbers like square root 2 were called olagon, which meant unutterable. It meant you could not express it because you did not know it. Square root 2 was a concrete example of Socratic ignorance. The incident occurred before Socrates and was known to many people. It became an open secret. I guess Socrates also knew about the incident. When he looked at square root 2, wouldn't Socrates have realized like this? Aha! There are a lot of things we don't know. First of all, we must know that we don't know. Socratic ignorance was based on mathematics. If so, Socrates was a great philosopher created by mathematics. Now it's your turn. Thank you. Be back.